This is an album of 4 recitations on birds. Let me start with a classic. This one is from the Ode to a Nightingale by John Keats. My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk, or emptied some dull opiate to the drains. 1 minute passed, and leatherwards had sunk. It's not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thine happiness, that thou, light-winged dryad of the trees, in some melodious plot of beechen green and shadows numberless, singest of summer in full-throated ease. Well, that was by the English poet John Keats. So let me have a poem by an American poet now. Here is a poem by Hannibal Hamlin Garland. Born in 1860 in the northern state of Wisconsin, USA, he was a true blue American. He thought that the blue jay was as American as him. This is The Blue Jay by Hannibal Hamlin Garland. His eye is bright as burnished steel, his note a quick, defiant cry. Harsh as a hinge, his grating squeal sounds from the keen wind sweeping by. Rain never dims his smooth blue coat, the winter never troubles him. No fog puts hoarseness in his throat or makes his merry eyes grow dim. His cry at morning is a shout. His wing is subject to his heart, a fear he knows not. Doubt did not draw his sailing chart. He is an universal emigre. His foot is set in every land. He greets me by gray Costco Bay and laughs across the Texas sand. In heat or cold, in storm or sun, he lives unfearingly. And when he does die, he holds his feet up one by one and turns his last look at the skies. He is the true American. He fears no journey and no wood or wall. And in the desert, toiling voyagers take heart of courage from his call. Well, after 2 long poems, let me now have a short one. This is a short poem on the majestic eagle by Alfred Tennyson. Born in 1809 in Lincolnshire, England, he had ample opportunity to see the English eagle fly the English skies. This poem is The Eagle by Alfred Tennyson. He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands. Ringed with the azure world, he stands. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls, and like a thunderbolt, he falls. And after the poem on the eagle, which happens to be a bird of prey, let me recite a poem on the dove, which happens to be a symbol of peace and love all over the world. This poem is an observation on the flight of a dove by Henry van Dyke. The Van Dykes, of Dutch origin, had emigrated from Holland to USA in 1652, and Henry Van Dyke was born in Pennsylvania in 1852. This fourth recitation is the poem Wings of a Dove by Henry Van Dyke. At sunset, when the rosy light was dying, far down the pathway of the west, I saw a lonely dove in silence flying to be at rest. Pilgrim of air, I cried, could I but borrow thy wandering wings, thy freedom breast, I'd fly away from every careful sorrow and find my rest. But when the filmy veil of dusk was falling, home flew the dove to seek his nest, deep in the forest where his mate was calling to love and rest. Peace, heart of mine, no longer sigh to wander. Lose not thy life in barren quest. There are no happy lands over yonder. Come home and rest. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this album. I hope you have liked it.